What's going on, my friends? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin Cash today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and shout out to the Dragon Riders in the House of the Dragon, most importantly, of course. We are sitting at about $539 right now. Starting off the new week, we have 6 days, 19 hours left in this week. Probably a little bit less than that, right? About that, 6 days, 19 hours left. From a high to a low in this fib pattern, right? What we've done is we have pulled all the way up through the golden ratio right to the 886, found resistance there. We pulled back, found support at the golden ratio, and have since closed above it and above the 6.9. Right, last week we had a pretty big wick, also a pretty big body to be fair, but this is not a bearish engulfing candle by any means. At the lowest point, it was definitely a scary looking candle, but we've since pulled up and closed. Actually, that was like the second highest weekly close that we've had. Like as you know, as low of a move, as bearish of a move as 12.2% was to the downside there, that closing point was the second highest weekly close that we've had, right? Out of this whole move. So that's bullish to me, right? We closed above all of these resistance points here, and we even closed above the golden ratio and finding support off of it. I think it's very bullish. We got overbought. With that 12.3% move to the downside, we came out of the overbought zone a little bit. We cooled off. It's looking good, right? On our daily RSI, same thing. We were pretty overbought, hitting that 84. Now we're all the way down here at the 44. We zoom out, we can see that our RSI is in this bullish trend, right? Same old stuff. We've talked about this a lot, but it is important to note, guys, make no mistake, Bitcoin Cash is about to move up. We've just been doing this whole time since June, really. Wow, it's been doing that since June. That's crazy. It's crazy how these things develop. Because in June, you at the lows here, you definitely weren't done moving down, but you were kind of in that beginning of this low phase, right? Like literally right there. That's kind of interesting how that happens, right? It's a different look on the RSI. Here in the RSI, you were moving up in this parallel fashion where in Bitcoin Cash land, you were basically just in this box. But anyways, you've broken out of that box, and at a key point here, actually, this was like your move, which would have been November 8th. Let's look at what you were doing November 8th. November 8th would have been this week here. That was the first time that you really got into the overbought zone. So it makes sense this very bullish move, the strongest move you've seen, would get the strongest readings you've seen since June. It makes sense. And then you progressed, you had more strong readings, and you progressed further. This move was absolutely, to me, it was stronger. It happened faster and overall larger in a shorter amount of time, right? But overall, you had a larger amount of growth to go. It happened at a slower pace, but that's what gave you this stronger reading. Is it took more time, right? You had that final push, and it happened at a very fast pace there. At any rate, you pulled back. You have your bearish divergence, or not your bearish divergence, your bear trap here, moved up, bear trap. Not a lot of volume has come in on that. I don't know why I'm on the crypto chart. I should be on the Coinbase chart. Not a lot of volume came in on that. You cooled way the hell off on your RSI. You're at this point where it would make sense for you to find support here. If we're looking at the 4-hour time frame, and this is where things get exciting, guys. We're at $539 right now. The same price as we were at the beginning of the video. That's always good to see. High to low. Consolidating between the 0.5 and the 236, kind of uncommon. This phase of consolidation, it's a little bit, let's say, sporadic, but that's fine. I don't really know what to make of it, other than I would say we don't want to go below 518. Okay, we definitely don't want to do that. And when we break above 657, or no, I'm sorry, that's 557. We break above 557, we're likely to go higher. Now, with this kind of consolidation, again, being that it's a little unorthodox, going from your 0.5 to your 236, being that it is a little bit larger, I would think that your move out would probably be a little bit larger too. Normally, I'd expect you stop at the 61869 area, but I think when you're ready to move out, you probably stop at least at 603, probably just grazing 600, or maybe you push through and go to 620, something like that. But I would expect you probably consolidate, or maybe you don't consolidate as long as you have here, right? This was December 11th to December 16th. That was 5 days. But maybe you have like a day or two that you consolidate up in this area, or you go up here and you consolidate like this, and then you move up. Who knows? Maybe you only hit your 786, or you only hit your 618, whatever. But I would expect that you find a little turbulence there. Maybe it's just for a day, maybe it's just for 2 days, whatever. But the next target area that I feel comfortable with, you're at $538 now, would be 603 to 620, and I suspect that you'll see that. I mean, I think you're going to make this move soon, and I'll tell you why. I'll go over that in a second. But I think you're going to see this move in like a day or two. If we look at the 4-hour time frame here, if I could pull it up, the 4-hour RSI, you have been forming these kind of, if we draw from the lows, you have this kind of like parabolic pull down, right? And I think you've hit the maximum of this kind of this trajectory on your RSI, and now you're finding support and moving up. You still do have these lower highs coming into play here. I'd like to see you break the structure. I'd like to see the 4 hour getting above the 60. When we get above the 60, I would expect that Bitcoin Cash does start to move up above this 557 level. When we get above 557, that's when this next phase up overall on a daily perspective, on a weekly perspective, on a monthly perspective, it can resume and we begin to go higher. So I don't know if it starts today, but I feel wrong saying that because I feel like it does start today. I feel like today we will likely be above these highs, above 560. I don't know. Maybe we're above 600 by the end of today, or maybe it's sometime later in the week. But I would think by the end of today, we're definitely out of this range, breaking out, moving higher. And then by the end of the week, I would suspect that we are either at these highs or above these highs, potentially even at or above these highs, above $700, right? The goal for the end of the week would be to close above these highs here. Anything higher is always welcome as well. But I think that it starts this week. I've got nothing else that I want to say. I feel like I'm repeating myself. I'm going in circles. So if you guys like the video, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. It's just starting, right? I don't even think it's fair to say that this is like halfway through the move, right? Compared to this move, if you were to make the comparison, I think it'd be easy to draw that conclusion that it's halfway through. But we've got so many different things going on besides just this like standard formation here in the charts, right? We've got the overall breaking out of this consolidation phase, right? We've got the overall break of this pretty significant trend line here, right there. It's going to come once we break these highs. It's going to come. Really, we just have to get above 589, 590. We get above there, and then it's off to the races. And then also, of course, we've got on our MA ribbons here, EMA ribbons. We've got the monthly cross, bullish monthly cross here, which I think is just going to, as the months go on, man, as time goes on, people all over the crypto space will see this, right? When Bitcoin Cash gets on people's radar, they'll see this. Maybe not see this video, but they'll see this and they'll be like, guys, this is a big deal. And I think as the price grows from here, it's only going to be increasingly more obvious of how much of an opportunity it is here at these levels of 538. So if there's any Dragon Riders out there right now that since I've started this video, it's dropped about 50 cents, 40 cents. It's dropping more by the minute that I talk. If any of you are looking to buy, it's now or never before we see prices probably above $1,000, right? Or at least by the end of this week above $680, $700, something like that, right? But I got nothing else to say. I'll see you guys on the next one. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. Bye.